the month of April, we're introducing you to life-changing educators. They've changed the lives of students and communities, and because of them, the world is just a better place for kids. This morning, we're introducing you to John L. Colbert. A few years ago, he retired as superintendent of Fayetteville schools and now has a school named in his honor. 5 News reporter Morgan Wrigley has a look at why his nearly 50-year career in education was life-changing.
That is my niche, working with kids, being that role model.
Dr. John L. Colbert recognized that he had a gift when he was in high school.
I just had a lot of friends who had some academic problems, and so I consider myself to be an academician. And so I said, hey, y'all, I want to start a tutorial program.
Colbert says starting that program, along with driving a school bus at 17, led him to his calling.
Those two incidents helped me decide on what I wanted to do the rest of my life, to become an educator, making a difference in the lives of kids.
And for 47 years, that's exactly what he did, with 44 of those with Fayetteville Public Schools. His legacy is visible in the school that now bears his name and in the impact he had on those around him, like Julie Brannon, who works in the Fayetteville Schools Communication Department.
Actions speak louder than words. That's what Dr. Colbert did.
Colbert started his career in 1976 as a special education teacher at Bates Elementary. While there, he pushed for something that he says wasn't common at the time, fully including his students in the general education classroom.
It was very important to me that they need to be part of the whole. So inclusion was a very important step for me. And my great team, they bought into that, and so we included them in everything we did, and they were very successful.
He eventually moved into a new role, and after a few years as a principal in Fort Smith, he returned to Fayetteville to lead Jefferson Elementary. Then later, to open a brand new school.
When I had the opportunity to open Holcomb Elementary, it was like a dream that came true again, that hey, I was going to go in there and build this school from ground up and put my brand on it, and which is still there today.
Buildings last a lifetime. So to have the honor of being chosen to open a school is really a big deal, and it is a lot of work.
That's where Colbert stayed for 18 years, then stepped into administration, finally taking over as superintendent in 2018.
I said, you will not find another person like me, because I'm well-rounded, and plus I know Fayetteville like the back of my hand. And so after that, they appointed me as the superintendent of Fayetteville Public School. Dream came true.
He always put students first. So no matter what we were thinking about, whether it was during COVID or if it was academics, it was always, what do the students need? How do we support the students? And then on top of that, it goes, how do you support the teachers? How do you support the staff?
Around the same time he retired came a moment Colbert calls one of the greatest honors of his life, the naming of John L. Colbert Middle School.
Brings tears to my eyes every time I think about it. It's a great feeling. It's a great honor.
When you talk about Dr. Colbert's legacy, you have to talk about the fact that he was the first African American, to be a principal, to be assistant superintendent, to be associate superintendent, to be superintendent, and then in the end, he has a school building that's named after him.
I, as an African American, I was representing my people as well as representing all. I wanted people to know that, hey, I'm here for all people, regardless who you are, and we can live in a place with peace and love and harmony.
In retirement, his focus on the community hasn't stopped.
He was chosen as a Fayetteville Public Schools Outstanding Volunteer. So this year he will attend the volunteer banquet as an honoree instead of the superintendent.
As he looks to the future, Colbert hopes to see continued growth and inclusion, and to the next generation of educators.
Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's difficult. But the reward in seeing that child succeed and be successful and become a productive citizen, that makes a difference.
In Fayetteville, covering news where you live, Morgan Wrigley, 5 News.
Well, we will have an extended version of Dr. Colbert's story that you can watch on 5+ a little bit later today. And then join us next Thursday as we highlight another life-changing educator.